Пожалуйста, не сердитесь, я понимаю, что мы могли бы и больше поговорить, но так неловко заставлять себя ждать, там сейчас обидеться еще. Спасибо вам большое, удачи.
We had a call. It was a pretty long call. We talked about a lot of things, including Iran. And we also talked about, as you know, the war with Ukraine. And I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that. No, I didn't make any progress with them today at all. I think we're going to get great growth. I think we'll have growth at record numbers. This is going to be something that's amazing, and everybody was watching it all over the world. And I want to congratulate the speaker and Tom Emmer and Steve Scalise and everybody else. I mean, they worked so hard, so hard. This has really been going on for over a year, if you think about it. I think, to be exact, about 14 months. And this was the culmination, and I guess it ended a lot earlier. A lot of people thought it would end up the following afternoon. Well, it ended up late in the evening, but they were great. They were great.
Well, another phone call has been held between the US and Russian presidents, but little progress was made on the Ukraine war. Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin also discussed the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. Mark Stone with the latest this morning from Washington.
Well, yeah, a bit of Ukraine, but it doesn't seem to be the crux of the call, certainly from the Kremlin's framing of how the call went. We haven't yet heard how the White House thinks it went, but it was an hour or so long, and the Kremlin says, and I'm quoting here from a Kremlin official, the conversation between the presidents, as always, was on the same page, frank and substantive. The presidents will naturally continue their dialogue in the near future. We know that Ukraine was discussed and that Donald Trump emphasized again that he wants to see an immediate ceasefire. Vladimir Putin again emphasized that he wants the core challenges, the core issues as Russia sees them, that prompted the war to be resolved before any ceasefire can happen. But what is interesting from the Russian interpretation of the call is that actually I think what President Putin was trying to do through this hour-long call was to flatter Donald Trump. Vladimir Putin wished Donald Trump success, it says, in carrying out his planned reforms, and of course congratulated him on the US national holiday Independence Day, which is, Mark, tomorrow. It was noted, so says the Russian readout, that Russia played a significant role in the formation of the American statehood, including during the War of Independence 250 years ago. And it goes on to say that the two countries are linked not only by their alliance in World War I and World War II, but also by deeper historical roots. You can imagine Donald Trump receiving those sorts of words by Vladimir Putin in a very positive way. We know that the American president likes to be flattered, likes to know that people are interested in what he's doing, in his domestic successes as well. So an interesting call, certainly. Not a great deal, certainly revealed by the Russian side on Ukraine, and no mention of the fact that the Americans, that Donald Trump 2 days ago halted the supplies of weapons to Ukraine. A massive, massive move. Not clear quite why the Americans have done that. Doesn't align with Donald Trump's messaging at NATO a couple of weeks ago, but a blow for Ukraine for sure.